When you walk away from things that aren't serving you, God is going to bless you with everything that you could have asked for and more. I honestly, truly believe, like, I will die on this hill, y'all. I will die on this hill. There is no reason to settle in life for anything. For anything. Not for a man, not for a job, not for a friend, not even for a family member, not for anything or anyone, because God is always going to give you better. If you're not happy where you're at, if you don't have peace where you're at, that's not where you're meant to be. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl talking with Stef. Today's video is a good one, y'all. So grab a drink, grab some snacks, and take a seat because I have a lot of juicy tea to spill with you guys. I'm very excited to be filming this video. So let's get right into it. If you're new here, welcome. My channel is all about improving and raising your standards as a woman, manifesting your dream life, and just becoming the best version of yourself. So today's topic, I'm going to be talking about how I manifested my dream relationship. I've been with my boo for over a year now, and honestly, this is the best relationship I've ever had. And I know like this is the one for me. Like, this is gonna be my husband, this is gonna be the father of my kids. I'm in a relationship with someone that supports me, someone that motivates me to do better, someone that has the same ambition as me. In order to share how I manifested my dream relationship, I have to give you guys a little backstory. So before this relationship that I'm in now, I was in a relationship with someone else. Throughout that relationship, this was in my early 20s, like 20, 21, 22. And I felt like as I grew and as I, learned about what I really wanted, because before I got into this relationship, like, I knew that I wanted to be married. Like, I had an idea of like what type of partner, what type of relationship I wanted for myself. But after like growing as a person and just going through things, I just realized that the person that I was with was not really like who I wanted to be with long term. There's certain characteristics that I want in my husband, and I want in the person that is going to be the father of my kids. So this is not no shade, this is not nothing, but in order for me to get the point across, I do have to explain like how I got to this point. And my dad like always raised me to have high standards, and not accept the bare minimum from anyone in any aspect of my life. So that was something that I always carried with me. But I got to the point where it's like one day I just had like an epiphany, and I realized that that person was not like, that's just not who I wanted to be with long term. And it's not even so much the person, it's just like, you just sometimes when you're in a relationship with someone, especially when you're young, you're still growing, you're still trying to figure yourself out, you're still trying to find your way in life. So when you're young and you're in a relationship, as you grow, sometimes you grow apart. And this can happen no matter what age you're at, but this is what it was for me. It's just like, I felt like as I was growing and maturing and thinking about like who I wanted to be as a woman, what type of life do I want, like, it wasn't adding up. There were certain things that for me is a deal breaker. For me, there's certain things that I need in a man. Once I had that realization that this is not where I'm meant to be anymore, I ended up leaving that. I ended up walking away. And that was very hard. That was not an easy thing to do. It was not an easy decision for me. But what happened was, I really feel like when you walk away from things that aren't serving you, God is going to bless you with everything that you could have asked for and more. I honestly, truly believe, like, I will die on this hill, y'all. I will die on this hill. There is no reason to settle in life for anything. For anything. Not for a man, not for a job, not for a friend, not even for a family member, not for anything or anyone, because God is always going to give you better. If you're not happy where you're at, if you don't have peace where you're at, that's not where you're meant to be. There are times throughout relationships where you do go through, tough times. Things happen. Maybe you're not seeing eye to eye. But overall, I feel like, especially as a woman, you got that intuition, that discernment. You know that man is not your husband. You know it. And if you have that feeling, I'm telling you right now, it's better to walk away now sooner than later, because the longer you stay in a relationship that's not serving you, the longer that you're prolonging the blessings that God has for you after you walk away from that. Because it's all about the journey, y'all. It's all about the lessons. It's all about like your self development and your growth, and like just becoming more confident in yourself and just learning to love yourself more and choosing yourself. And that means choosing your happiness, choosing your peace of mind, choosing your sanity. So if the relationship that you're in is not giving you peace, joy, happiness, if it's not challenging you to grow to be a better person, let's wash our hands with it, and let's throw it away. Let's get rid of it, and let's try something new. So after realizing that the relationship that I was in was not what I wanted to be in, I ended up walking away and going through the whole breakup process, healing, and all that stuff. After I got over that and I started to think about dating again, so what I did, y'all, was I sat down one day and I opened up my journal and I started to think, and I wrote down things I want in my future husband. And I started to list all of the qualities, the characteristics, the personality traits, the physical attributes of like my dream husband. If I can go make a man from scratch, what do I want him to look like? How do I want him to sound? How do I want him to carry himself? What type of like career would I want him to be in? I wrote all of those things down, and I know this could sound so delusional, but y'all, it works. I wrote down everything, that as many things that I can think of, down to what type of car does this man drive. Like I started to think about like what do I really want this man to look like? Like who do I see myself marrying? What type of life do I see myself having with someone? When I think about myself having kids and being married, like what type of lifestyle does that version of me have? What type of man does she have in her life? So I started to think about that and write down those things. So I wrote, like, just for example, I wrote down I wanted someone that was humorous, somebody that had a good sense of humor, because I'm a person that likes to joke a lot. I like to laugh. I like to have fun. I want to be with someone that can do the same. I don't want to be with someone that's always mad and always in a bad mood. I wanted my man to be 6 feet minimum. I'm short, y'all, but I like to break my neck to look up to my man. So I wrote down that I wanted someone 6 feet minimum, 6 feet or up. Someone with locks, and I wanted him to be chocolate. Nice straight white teeth, good hygiene. I had such a good example of like a dad. Like my dad was the best dad I could have ever asked for, and he's such a good man, such a good husband to my mom. And like just watching that growing up, like I just knew like I cannot settle for less. I cannot settle for less. So I knew that the person that I wanted to attract into my life, I wanted it to be some like kind of similar to my dad. Someone that's a hard worker, someone that knows how to build things, someone that knows how to fix things. Like nothing is more attractive than watching a man be a man and just get dirty and just do, manly things, like fixing things and building things. Those were things that were very, very important to me, and I knew that like I want to be with someone like this. So I wrote all of those qualities down. Then after I did that, because that's not it, that's just only half of what you have to do. After I did that, and I sat and I looked over everything that I had written down, then I started to think, what type of woman attracts this type of man into her life? So then I started to write that down. Then I thought, what type of woman attracts this type of man into her life? Like, who do I need to be in order to attract a man like this? So then I started to think about, what type of woman do I need to become in order to attract this type of man? And then I wrote that down. I started to think about, how does this woman dress? Like just thinking about me as a wife and as a mom. I have a vision in my head of like the type of wife I want to be, the type of mother I want to be the day that God blesses me with children. One thing that I always dreamed of since I was a little girl, I always dreamed of like being a mom, having kids, and like I've always thought about like what type of person do I want to be, what type of wife, what type of mother do I want to be. So I thought about all of that, and then I wrote that down, and then I said, okay, I'm gonna start acting like this person. And that's exactly what I did. All I did was just start working on myself. I started working on my fitness, my health, just eating healthier, carrying myself better, working on my confidence. And I also had to work on, and this was something that was and I'm still working on this to this day. And I don't think, honestly, I think this is something I'm probably going to have to work on for a long time, because I've spent so many years doing the opposite. So now, like, I'm trying to learn to be more like in my feminine energy, because I've spent so many years in my masculine energy. I felt like going from that to being more feminine and just being more like, okay, I'm gonna let a man lead me, and I'm gonna let a man, you know, do what a man is supposed to do, all those type of things. But it was kind of hard to get out of that, y'all. And I'll probably make another video just about like how I was able to go out of my masculine into my feminine energy, because honestly, once you make that switch, life becomes so much easier for you. It's like, instead of you chasing the things that you want, they start chasing you. They just start falling into your lap. Blessings just come out of nowhere. So I want you guys to start thinking about what type of, first of all, y'all need to figure out like what type of life do you want, because not everybody wants to like be married and have kids and be in a monogamous relationship. Like, some people don't want that. So figure out what it is that you want. But if you are looking to get married one day, or maybe you're already married, whatever the case may be, but if you want to just have the best relationship that you could possibly have, you really need to stop settling. That's the main thing. That's the main point that I want to get across to you ladies, is stop settling. Because I feel like we've been conditioned, and since we were little girls, like, I feel like we've been taught to settle. Oh, well, you should just be grateful for this, or it's the thought that counts, and all this other stuff. Like, and I just feel like as women now, like, just becoming older and just seeing like there's so many opportunities for us to literally have whatever we want. Like, right now in 2025 is the best time as a woman to really just be walking in your feminine energy and just letting the things that you want just come to you. There's no reason to chase, especially not a man, ever. There's never a reason ever in your life to chase a man. I've been there before. I learned my lesson, and I'm very glad I did, because no, there's no reason to ever chase anything, especially not a man, okay? Unless it's your son and he running around or something, that's it. But other than that, we're not chasing no grown-ass man. We're not doing none of that, okay? You are the prize. You are the one that should be pursued after. You are the one that they should be trying to court and trying to date, and they should be the ones trying to give you a reason why you should be with them, okay? And it's not like, oh, like, it's not like an egotistical thing, but it's just like, when you know your worth as a woman, like, come on now, we're the creators of life. Everybody can't do that. Everybody can't do what we do. Everybody can't create something out of nothing. Everybody does not have the gift of discernment. Everybody does not have that intuition. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have so many qualities as women that we should be so proud of, and like, everybody does not have that, so we should be using that to our advantage. Like, we are the prize. When you're a woman that knows her worth, and she knows the value that she brings into the world, and she brings into the life of people, of the lives of the people around her, her life is going to reflect that, and her life is going to be abundant, and it's going to be exactly that, because that's the energy that she's putting out. If you're in a relationship right now and you feel like you're settling, and you know if you're settling, because you, like I said before, women, we have that intuition. Like, we know when something's not right, when relationship is not right, when this person is not the one I should be with, you know. So if you have that feeling, I don't want to say just leave, because no, I do feel like when you walk away from things, you have to do it when you're ready. But definitely just start thinking about what is it that you want? What would make you happy? Instead of being with this person for years and trying to get them to do what it is that you want them to do, or instead of trying to get them to become the person that you want them to become, there's already somebody out there that is already that, and you don't have to do too much. I don't believe in trying to raise a man. I don't believe in going through the struggle. Like, I do feel like relationships do have moments where you know you got to hold it down, but for the most part, I do not believe in and settling, period. And people thought I was crazy. I had so many people say, like, how are you just gonna walk away from this relationship, from this person that you've been with for years? You're living with this person, like you have a life set up with this person already. How are you just gonna throw all that away? But I wasn't throwing anything away. To this day and forever, I will forever cherish every memory, every time that I spent. But I'm not that person anymore, and that situation was not for me anymore. And had I not walked away from that, I would not have grown and become the woman that I am today. And I'm so proud of myself for getting here, because there was a point in time, y'all, where I was scared. I was scared to walk away. I didn't want to do it. I stayed longer than I should have, honestly, because I was afraid. And I'm realizing now, like, there's no reason to be scared, because once you walk away, you don't know what could be on the other side of that. You don't know what God has for you. You don't know who is out in the world for you to meet. You know, if you have a desire to be a stay-at-home wife, and you want to go to Pilates, and you want to go shopping, and you want to like bake cookies for your kids or whatever the fuck, there's someone that will be for you, that will help you live the life that you want. There is so much better on the other side of what it is that you're scared to walk away from. So if you're watching this video, please take this as your reminder that in 2025, we are not going to settle. We are not going to spend a second more in a relationship with someone that we do not need to be with, because time is of the essence. And just being in a relationship with someone that you're not fulfilled, you're not happy, you're just wasting your time. You're wasting your time and that person's time. Okay, sometimes it takes for you to walk away for people to really kind of like wake up. Sometimes people don't realize what they have until they lose it. But me, I'm the type of person, like, if we got to that point where you made me feel like I need to walk away, there is no coming back from that. But yeah, y'all, I just feel like I really want, like, I see so many women that are just settling, and I really want y'all to stand up. I need y'all to stand up, because I feel like I can tell women that don't realize that they are the prize, and I'm trying to wake y'all up. I need y'all to wake up. You are the prize. You are the one that should be chased after. You are the one that men should be stressing over. You are the one that they should be losing sleep over. You know, and it's not even in a way, like, I'm not trying to make it seem like, oh, like, they don't matter, because they do. But what I'm saying is, as women, the power that we hold is just unmatched. And no man could ever compare to the value that we bring into the world. And that's literally all I did, y'all. I wrote down what I wanted in a man. I wrote down who my higher self would be with this person, and that's exactly what I got. I honestly got more than what I could have asked for. I'm so grateful. Like, if you look at my list and then you look at my man, it's like exactly the same. And it's just so crazy to me how, honestly, like, sometimes it is crazy. Like, I be getting the chills, because I'm just like, how did God just bless me so much? Like, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok. I do be posting more content on there, so make sure you guys follow me on those platforms so that you do not miss a beat. Okay, I will be back next week with another video, but until then, I hope everybody has a wonderful week. Okay, stay blessed, stay safe. See you in the next one. Bye.